Mic check 1, 2. All right, audio sounds good here at Eau Claire North's Hobbs Arena. Wildcats taking on the Huskies tonight in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Both teams just heading out to the ice now. Wow, train horn. Holy smokes, was that loud. Getting the start tonight for the Wildcats in net, number 31, Reese Heft, sophomore goaltender for the Wildcats. Thomas is not dressed for tonight. Heft is being backed up by goaltender Alex Simonet. So 31 gets the start. Reese Heft. The Wildcats look to close out the season with a big win against the Huskies. Wildcats in their dark uniforms with gold trim. Heft with the start. Hopeful on D with Wilson. Doherty gets the start on wing with Flanagan. Jackson Flanagan. And Rudolph back in the lineup for the Wildcats.
And now the starters for your Huskies, senior number 1, Landon Ivy.
Ivy, the goaltender for the Huskies.
Easton Parker. A senior defenseman, number 22, Garrett Stang. A senior winger, number 11, Colin Wazat. A senior winger, number 18, Wesley Tillman. And a senior center, number 12, Bear Woolley. The Huskies are coached by...
Oh, wow, number 12 of the Huskies, Barrick Woolley, almost caught an edge coming out for the anthem on the blue line. What a save. He stood on his feet. We're going to take a break here for the anthem. All right. Almost set for puck drop here at Hobbs Arena. Wildcats going with Rudolph, Doherty, and Jackson Flanagan. And here we go. Face-off won by the Huskies, played back D to D by Eau Claire. Cross-ice pass on the money. Puck goes behind Hef's net. Wilson plays it up to Flanagan. Flanagan scoops that up but not out. And we've got a hand pass call on the Huskies. Face-off coming up. Should be in the neutral zone. We're just 18 seconds into this hockey game. Again, if you're just tuning in now, Reese Heft getting the start tonight for the Wildcats. Thomas, I don't know if he made the trip. Heft being backed up tonight by goaltender Alex Simonet. All right, Rudolph on the draw. Good to see him back in the lineup. Huskies control. Doherty intercepts that pass. Jackson Flanagan into the offensive zone. Flanagan wide left. Cuts by the defender. Oh, just lost the control of that puck. Doherty in. Swiped at by Rudolph. Doherty picks up the loose puck. Back out to the point. Hopeful shot. Glove save by Ivy. And he hangs on for a face-off in the Eau Claire end. If you're tuned into the varsity game, JV had their best showing of the season, in my opinion. They beat the Huskies 8-2 prior to this game. Rudolph with the faceoff coming up. He's got Flanagan in the shooting lane. Faceoff goes behind the net. Doherty after it. Huskies go D to D up the boards, but not out. Hopeful, nice pinch there. Hopeful tied up. Huskies play deep. That goes around Hef's net. Flanagan picks it up in the corner. Flanagan shrugs off a check. Now he's up ice. He's got Hopeful far side. Hopeful into the offensive zone. Shot in. Ivy makes the save. Hopeful picks up the change. Circles with it. Shot. Saved. Ivy. Flanagan picks up the rebound. Flanagan shoots it. Ivy saves it, then swats it behind the net. Centering pass there, looking for Flanagan. That's off a defender stick into the corner. Flanagan with it. Good pressure by the Wildcats. Flanagan tries to get that down low to Rudolph. Deflect off a body. Oh, and now gloved out of the zone. Flanagan with it. Ekholm plays it deep. Prochnow after it. Prochnow, big hit in the corner. Couldn't come away at the puck, though. Banked off the boards. Link intercepts. Link dumps deep. Vizina on the forecheck. Forces a bad pass out of Eau Claire. Prochnow with it. Prochnow ties up his man. Dumped deep, and this is going to be icing on the Huskies. All right, we're almost 2 minutes exactly into this hockey game. And outside of that very first shift, this has been all Wildcats so far. They look hungry tonight. Hopefully they can get the win. It's going to be Vizina on the draw. He's got Link to his right, Prochnow to his left. Robinson and Ekholm on defense. Huskies played out to center. Ekholm trying to usher his man wide. Sharp angled shot goes through the crease, all the way around and down into the Huskies' end. That was close. Huskies with an errant pass, intercepted by Serene. Serene plays deep to Vizina. Vizina circles with it. That shot goes off Link into the corner. Now the Huskies from the corner play it up. That gets by Ekholm. And now Robinson will take over at center ice. Robinson dumps deep. Vizina gives chase on the forecheck. Pass gets by two Wildcats players there. And now good defense there by Fredrickson to negate that rush. Vizina into the offensive zone, shoots it in. Ivy steers that aside. Cycled down low by the Huskies, intercepted by Serene. Hopeful, able to hold the zone there, kicking that puck to his stick. That was impressive. And now the Huskies finally clear. Fredrickson, nice job there, winning that physical battle. Wick dumps it in. Ivy covers up. 13:41 left in the first. We're locked in at 0 apiece. It's been all Wildcats so far here at Hobbs Arena in Eau Claire. All right, we got lots of people in the chat sounding off. Fort Myers, Huntington Beach, awesome. It's not too bad of a day here in Wisconsin and Minnesota. It said 36 degrees, but it's a lot warmer than that. Fredrickson's shot goes behind the net. Doherty kicks it to Hopeful. Hopeful's back pass intercepted. And now a break for the Huskies. That shot scores. Oh, and he goes crashing into the boards after. Yikes. Huskies up 1-0 on that break. Beating Heft blocker side. That goal scored by number 18. That is Wesley Thillman, a senior out of Eau Claire North. That might be their first shot on goal. Not easy for a goaltender when the first shot is a breakaway like that. Wick on the draw. Boy, did he have a good JV game.
Scored by number 18, Wesley Tillman. Assisted by number 12.
Huskies with it. Stretch pass on the money. Another breakaway. 2-on-0. And the pass back door gets shot wide. Puck behind Heft's net, centering, knocked away by Serene. And now John able to knock that free. 2-on-2 for the Wildcats if they hurry, but they are offside. Oh well, John made the most of that one as he hit the goaltender Ivy in the face with that puck as he shot it in. So he got his money's worth on that offside call. It's going to be Vizina with Link and Puck now. Vizina took the face-off. Hopeful swipes at that, gets it deep. Hopeful takes a late hit, no call. Now Ekholm up the boards. Knocked deep by the Huskies. Hopeful comes in to back check. Checks his man into the boards. Puck goes behind Heft's net. Link picks it up in the corner. Cycles down low. Hopeful lays off for Prochnow. Prochnow up the boards. Hopeful couldn't clear. Nice check by Prochnow tying up his man. Hopeful goes high off the boards and out. And that's going to be icing on the Wildcats. It's crazy how fast momentum can change in a high school game. And now it's North that's pressing the Wildcats. Rudolph set to take this draw. Doherty has that checked off his stick, but it's Flanagan with it on the left side. Flanagan into the offensive zone. Tries to get by the defender. Takes a check away from the puck. Now a shot from the point. Tipped by Flanagan. Rebound covered up by Ivy. Now 11:54 remains in the first period. Ivy playing around with his helmet. He's taken two off the dome. That's what the holdup is. Fredrickson, Wilson out there for the Wildcats on the point. Doherty's going to be on the right side. Flanagan in the shooting lane. Rudolph taking the face off. All right, Ivy's ready, and here we go. Puck chipped towards the boards, but ref didn't like the encroachment. We're going to redo this face-off. Rudolph wins it back. Flanagan's shot goes wide, blocker side. Wilson in, slap shot goes wide, blocker side. Now Robinson up the boards to Flanagan. He let it go by. Now the Huskies control. Fredrickson, Robinson, nice step up there. Rudolph checked off that puck. Wilson back for it behind Heft's net. Huskies try a stuffing play. Penalty coming up, and it's going to be against the Wildcats. Wilson for tripping. That was a soft call, if you ask me. Wilson going off for tripping. Wildcats will be shorthanded. Prochnow on the draw. Huskies control. Parker over to Hotz. Back to Parker. Parker from the point. Goes D to D. Shot from the point. Save. Half. Rebound. Covered up by Half. That is a great comeback save by the Wildcats goaltender. That was not easy. Heavy traffic in front. And he not only got the pad on it, but immediately put his glove on that puck to trap it and get the face off. You love to see that out of an underclassman goaltender. Heft, a sophomore. Hopeful off the boards, but not out. Rudolph finally gets it out. Huskies from their own zone. Hotz dumps deep. Puck up by the winger. Oh, Rudolph lost his stick. No. Oh, Flanagan's dump goes off of Rudolph's stick and stays in the zone. Huskies only have the puck in the zone right now because it hit Rudolph's drop stick. Parker goes D to D. Shot by the Huskies goes off of Fredrickson into the corner. Now Flanagan dumps all the way down. Wildcats with 1:02 left to kill on this power play. They're down a goal. 10:24 left in the period. Huskies get around Fredrickson. Centering pass for the back door goes wide, blocker side. Now Fredrickson, nice clear there. That's going to allow Flanagan to get it deep for the Wildcats. Now 40 seconds left to kill. Stretch pass by the Huskies. Hopeful shields that puck, boxes out that Huskies player. Now traps it against the boards in the corner. Prochnow comes away with it. Nice teamwork between Hopeful and Prochnow. Wildcats dump deep. Huskies, another stretch pass there. This time it's errant. Hopeful steps up to poke it away. Now wrapped around by Eau Claire. Robinson sends it right back over to Hopeful, but that's off his shin pad. Centering pass, misses everybody and comes out to center ice. Wildcats are full strength now. Vizina out, and icing is the call against Eau Claire, as they did not cross the red line there before dumping it in. 9:19 now left in the first period. Wildcats down a goal. Face off to the left to Ivy. It's going to be Vizina taking it. Prochnow tried to get over to Vizina. It hit a skate. Ekholm holds the zone. Prochnow's forecheck forces Eau Claire to go around. Ekholm intercepts. Ekholm down low, tries a centering pass. Oh, it's off of Ivy, just past Prochnow. Link, able to keep it in the offensive zone. Link in, nice forecheck there by number 4 of the Wildcats, Logan Link. Huskies finally able to get it out to center ice, but Broden Flanagan's right there. Passes it up to Vizina. Vizina tried to poke that ahead to himself. Still has that puck. Now it's finally knocked out to center ice. Broden Flanagan circles with it. Flanagan takes a look up ice. Now stretch pass. On the money to Link. Oh, Link just got handcuffed as that puck went through his skates. Link with it again. Dumps it deep, and now he'll go off for a change. Ekholm, nice pinch there. Allows Serene to hold the zone. Serene's dump, though, hit Wick in the back, and now the Huskies Hotz down the right side. Sharp angle shot saved by Heft. The rebound goes right through the slot, and it's Serene with it. Serene down the right side, into the zone. Serene from the corner. Centering pass. Oh, right into the skates of Rudolph. Huskies back the other way. Nice angle off by Wilson to make his man go into the corner. It's Pecker now. Goes cross ice. Huskies shot through traffic, goes wide, blocker side. Charlie John with it. John, stretch pass, hits Serene, and now this will send Rudolph. Rudolph in down the right side. Rudolph's shot goes off the defender. Huskies able to clear the zone. Flanagan banks that ahead to himself. Flanagan tries to cut to the middle. It's Fredrickson with it. Fredrickson rings it around. Rudolph on the forecheck. Huskies come up the right side. Now a nice hit there by Flanagan. Huskies get it deep. Robinson after it behind the Huskies or behind the Wildcats net. Robinson gets it up to Flanagan. Flanagan toe drags, now gets it over to Doherty. Doherty down the left side. Doherty with speed. Stops. Now plays back to Vizina. One-timer goes wide, glove side. Fredrickson can't hold his own. Fredrickson dumps into the Huskies zone, but it's quickly taken over by the Huskies defender. Flanagan swiped at it, missed. It's Parker into the offensive zone for Eau Claire. Shot saved, Heft. Puck goes behind the Wildcats net. Outlet pass for Doherty. Off target. And the Huskies dump in. Robinson after it. Centering pass, one-timer goes wide, blocker side. Vizina can't get it out of the zone, held in by the Huskies. Wildcats can't clear. Nice job there by Doherty. Now finally out to center ice, Vizina with it. Checked off the puck, Huskies take over. Wilson rings it around. Nobody there for the Wildcats. Huskies take over in their own end. Pass up ice, intercepted by Prochnow. Just offside. 5:32 left in the first period. Wildcats down 1-0. Wick tried to get that up to Serene. Halverson of the Huskies slips around Wilson, and Wilson's going off again. This time it's going to be hooking, I believe. Shot through traffic, goes wide. Now sent into the crease, but knocked away by Hopeful, and Wilson is going for hooking. Wildcats will be shorthanded again with 5:17 left in this first period. Face-off. Cleared by Rudolph nicely. Huskies have to regroup at center. Rudolph picks it up again, and now he'll dump deep. Great start to the penalty kill by number 22 of the Wildcats, Chase Rudolph. Jackson Flanagan picks up that puck into the zone shorthanded. Shot saved by Ivy. Rebound. Controlled by the Huskies, and now 3-on-2. They come back the other way. Shot in, gets deflected off of the stick of the defender, up out of play. Faceoff coming up will be in the Wildcat zone. 1:24 left to kill on this penalty kill for the River Falls Wildcats. Rudolph wins that back to Ekholm. Ekholm rifles that around, and it gets out of the zone. Nice play by Ekholm and Rudolph to get that puck out right away off that faceoff. Huskies go up the right side. Nice check by Flanagan. Now Flanagan in, shorthanded. Flanagan in, shot, scores! What a shot by Jackson Flanagan. And he gets an unassisted shorthanded goal and ties it up 1-1. What a huge goal for the captain, Jackson Flanagan. And the work between him and Rudolph, this penalty kill has been phenomenal. 1:04 left on the penalty kill for River Falls. They've tied it 1-1. Rudolph on the draw. Puck goes back to the Huskies defender. They go D to D.
Falls goal scored by number 15, Jackson Flanagan, shorthanded.
Unassisted shorthanded goal for Jackson Flanagan ties this at 1 apiece. Hopeful. Banks it off the boards. Huskies able to hold the zone. Shot goes wide blocker side, right to the stick of Rudolph, and he clears all the way down. Ivy stops that as Flanagan comes off for a line change. Prochnow on in his stead. Huskies try to play it up. Rudolph, nice intercept. Huskies from their own end again. 25 seconds left on the power play for Eau Claire. Rudolph comes off. Link comes on. That shot saved by Heft. Rebound. Saved by Heft. Puck goes behind the Wildcats net. Now played out to the point. 10 seconds left on the power play. Parker from the point. Shot saved by Heft. Oh, rebound goes right through the crease. Wildcats can't clear. Another shot tipped wide. Oh, Hopeful takes a bad cross check. No call. The ref was looking right at him. That's garbage. Battle for it down low. Wildcats are full strength. 3 minutes left in the period. It's 1-1. Parker with it from the point. Plays it down low. Shot from the top of the circle. Stopped by Prochnow. And now Hopeful. Casually passes that to Link at center ice. Link into the zone. Shot in. Ivy kicks it away, but the rebound saved by Ivy. Goes behind the Huskies net. Nice pinch there by Wilson as the Wildcats will take a partial change. Now the Huskies dump deep. Puck goes behind Heft's net. John first to it. John cycles down low. What a play by Charlie John. Halverson tries to get that out of the zone. Can't. 2:15 left in the period. John. Nice pass up to Halverson. Halverson got it up to Wick. Wick one-on-one. Gets around the defender, and his shot goes just wide. Glove side. Centering pass. John. Shot scores! What a goal for River Falls! What a play by Wick to pass that over to Charlie John, who buries it. And the Wildcats lead 2-1. What a goal. 2:02 left in the first. River Falls now leads 2-1 after being down 1-0. Wick on the draw. Plays it over. Swatted at by Wilson. Controlled by the Huskies. Nice read there by Robinson to intercept that one. Here's John down the left side. Sharp angle shot tipped by Ivy out of play, and the faceoff coming up will be in the Huskies zone. Charlie John with the goal, assisted by Eric Wick. John from Wick puts the Wildcats ahead after Flanagan tied it with his shorthanded goal. Faceoff one, shot scores! Flanagan right off the draw! And the Wildcats now up by 2. Rudolph with a huge face-off win, getting it back to Flanagan in the shooting spot. And he sends that right over the blocker side shoulder of Ivy. And now the Wildcats lead 3-1. Flanagan gets his second of the night. Wildcats have that insurance goal now. They're up by 2. Encroachment on the Huskies. We're going to reset this faceoff. Wow, what a response by River Falls. Played deep by the Huskies. This goes behind Heft's net. Robinson with it. Oh, he fanned on it. Centering attempt there off the side netting. Swatted at by Heft, and now the puck fished out by Rudolph. Rudolph goes cross ice. He's got Doherty open. Doherty bank pass up to Flanagan. Flanagan 1-on-2 into the offensive zone. Tries a shot. It gets deflected up into the netting. Now 1:20 left in the first period. Wildcats up 3-1. Rudolph takes that one, goes into the corner. Swatted at by the Huskies. Now they're trying to come up the left side. Cross-ice pass off the boards, collected by Broden Flanagan. Parker plays it into the zone, but the Huskies would have been offside. Broden Flanagan with it. Cycles to his brother, Jackson Flanagan, who rings it around. That misses everybody. And icing on the Wildcats, and now 56 seconds remains in this first period. Wildcats up 3-1. Got Rudolph taking this draw. One back by the Huskies. Shot from the point goes wide blocker side. Centering attempt there. Nice stick check by Hopeful. Negates that. And now a nice clear by Rudolph. And a big hit by Doherty at center ice. Huskies recover into the zone. It's Halverson for the Huskies. Nice job there on defense by Fredrickson. Fredrickson chips that up and out to center ice. Oh, that goes just by Doherty. Huskies in 2-on-2. Errant pass taken away by Fredrickson, and now Rudolph plays it to center. Huskies dump deep. Hopeful cycles down low to Fredrickson, and Fredrickson cycles right back to Hopeful. Hopeful stretch pass finds Doherty. Doherty stick checked off that one, but Flanagan overskates that. And the Huskies try to dump deep, but time expires. After one, Wildcats lead 3-1 over the Eau Claire North Huskies.
After 1 period, River Falls 3, Huskies 1. For River Falls, Heft with 7 saves, Ivy with 15 for the Huskies.
Heft with 7 saves out of 8 shots. Ivy with 15 saves out of 17 shots for the Wildcats. All right, we're going to take a little break here in between periods. We'll be back with second period action shortly in Hobbs Arena in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Wildcats up 3-1 after 1.
Take an extended break and we come back to period number 2. Hobbs ice set 4-1.
right, mic check 1, 2. And we are good on the audio for the second period. Got 3 minutes on the clock until puck drop, so still a little bit of time between the first and second. Wildcats up 3-1. All right, under a minute to go in between periods. Wildcats starting that period going down a goal. And their response was absolutely fantastic after having gone down by that goal. They are now up by 2, winning this one so far by a score of 3-1. Getting on the board first for the Wildcats, short-handed Captain Jackson Flanagan. Second goal of the game scored by number 21, Charlie John. And the third goal, Rudolph won the faceoff directly back to Flanagan. He wasted absolutely no time burying that puck over Ivy's blocker side shoulder to take the 3-1 lead. Flanagan with 2 goals, Charlie John with the other. And Heft comes onto the ice for the Wildcats. Both Ivy and Heft scratching out their crease. All right, set to get underway here. Wildcats going with Rudolph, Doherty, Flanagan on forward with Hopeful and Frederickson on defense. Face-off one cleanly back to Frederickson by Rudolph. Played up the boards. Doherty with it. Plays it around. Flanagan gives chase. Flanagan tried to go cross ice for Doherty. It was off target. Doherty from center ice banks it up to Flanagan. Flanagan, tried to do a toe drag. Huskies intercepting into the offensive zone. Shot in, steered away by Heft into the corner to his right. Puck out to center ice. Mosler plays it deep. That's number 8, Bryce Mosler. Not to be mistaken with Cam Mosler, who I believe is injured for tonight's game. Rudolph with it. Goes cross ice to Doherty. Doherty got it into the offensive zone, but he was checked off the puck. Nice pinch there by Fredrickson to knock that puck away, forcing the Huskies to regroup in their own end. That intercepted by Hopeful. Now a lot of back and forth this first couple minutes of the second period. Hopeful had his stick checked out of his hands. Huskies play it deep. Doherty. A lot of back and forth here to start this period. Fredrickson tries to dump it. That's on net, though. No icing. Now the Huskies into the Wildcat zone. Nice back check by Link. Fredrickson with it. Up to Link. Link dumps deep. Prochnow gives chase. Vizina over to Link. Huskies able to get it out of the zone. Nice job by Wilson to ride his man wide. Now Wilson tried to find Link, but this can be icing on River Falls. .24 left in this second period. Wildcats up 3-1. Quick on the draw for the Wildcats, wins it back to Wilson. Wilson rings it around the boards, and this is going to be another icing on River Falls. Face off to the right of Heft. Auclair. Nice job by Serene to clear the zone. Wick tried to chip that forward, but it hit the defender right in the chest. Now here's John. John shot off the shin pads of the defender. Serene from down low couldn't get a centering pass to Wick. Wick in the corner with it. Circles, gets it to Serene. Back to Wick. Wick cross ice. One-timer by Robinson saved. Ivy. Puck goes into the corner to his right. Huskies able to clear to center. Robinson with it. Huskies with it in their own end, having troubles clearing. Robinson, nice pinch there. John tried to get that up to Wick. Oh, Wick, nice move, but it finally got checked away from his stick. Huskies just content with getting it out to the red line. Wilson dumps it in. Ivy gloves it down, now lays off for his defender. Stretch pass by the Huskies, tipped, no icing. Hopeful back for it. Robinson off the boards, intercepted by the Huskies. Rudolph. Flanagan chips deep. Doherty on the forecheck. Huskies got around Ekholm, but he turned around and got a stick on it. Oh, Ekholm falls. Huskies in. Shot in. Saved by Heft. Rebound saved by Heft. Two really good saves by the Wildcats goaltender. Those are not easy if you're watching at home. Sharp angle shot goes deflected wide off a Hopeful. Nice job by the Wildcats defender there. Huskies with some pressure now. That deflects off a stick into the corner to the right of Heft. Centering attempt scores. That puck was tipped by Halverson right in the crease. That goes over the shoulder of Pep. Wow, that horn is loud. So that centering pass was tipped by number 3, Halverson, Micah Halverson of the Huskies. Not to be confused with Xander Halverson of the Wildcats. And that went right over the shoulder of Heft. And now the Wildcats lead is cut to 3-2. Prochnow taken down, no call. Vizina got it over to Prochnow. Now this is Link. Link up to Vizina. Vizina into the corner. Link helping. Link traps that puck up against the boards. Vizina fishes it out. Spins with it. Now centers, but Prochnow is tied up. Huskies tried to clear, and they flick it right into the Wildcats fans. .11:35 left in the second. Wildcats lead 3-2. Face off to the right of goaltender Ivy. It's going to be Wick on the draw. Wick tried to push that ahead to himself, got tripped up on the play. Wick got a stick on that. Nice step up by Serene, but Huskies able to clear to center ice. Serene lays off for John. John in. John cuts, shoots, gets deflected over the net. Fredrickson pinches. Wilson back for it. Wilson chips that forward. Serene dumps deep. Goes behind Ivy's net. Huskies with it. Nice forecheck by John. Puck goes into the corner. Intercepted by Wick. Poked off of Wick's puck or stick and goes out to center ice. Robinson dumps in on net. Ivy forced to play it over to his defender. Another good forecheck by Wick. Stretch pass by the Huskies goes all the way down, no icing. Fredrickson ties up his man, allows Robinson to get there. Huskies intercept. Cross-ice pass. Flanagan intercepts. Flanagan in, one-on-one. Flanagan slips around the defender, pokes it in, scores! What a goal! What a goal by Jackson Flanagan! Of all the goals he scores, he always seems to top it, and that was ridiculous. What a sick goal by the captain, number 15. Wildcats lead 4-2. Holy moly! On his belly, toe drags the goalie and stuffs it in. Amazing goal scored by Jackson Flanagan. Holy cow. Rudolph wins that over to Flanagan. Rudolph ties up his man, allows Doherty in. Doherty shot, saved Ivy, and he scoops that into his glove for a face-off in Eau Claire zone. Wow. You can't help but laugh. It was like he had the puck on a string, like a yo-yo. That was insane. Doherty from behind, centering pass. Flanagan in the slot over to Rudolph. Rudolph's shot, saved by Ivy, and goes right onto the top of the net. Rudolph set to take this draw. Tied up. Huskies come away with it. Halverson checked by Rudolph. Flanagan picks up centering for Ekholm. He got tied up. Now Doherty with it. Doherty down low off the skates of Rudolph. Ekholm takes a swipe at it. Oh, broken stick by Doherty. Flanagan with it down low. Shot saved by Ivy with Rudolph looming right at the top of the crease. Faceoff coming up in the Huskies zone. Flanagan with a hat trick. Forgot to even mention that because of how crazy that goal was. Oh, two Wildcats collide. 2-on-1 for the Huskies. Link falls. Saved by Heft. Wow, what a save by the Wildcats goaltender. Now Hopeful back the other way down the left side. Hopeful into the zone. Hopeful shot. Goes off the defender's shin pad. And the Huskies clear all the way down. They're saying no icing. Hopeful from the half wall. Overskated it. Huskies shot goes into the netting. Faceoff coming up will be in the Wildcat zone. It's going to be Vizina on the draw. He's got Link and Prochnow with him. One back by the Huskies. Shot from the point. Gets deflected. Goes right through the crease. Into the corner to the right of Heft. Now played behind the Wildcats net. Nice check by Robinson. Vizina in to help out. Plays it up the boards, but right to a Huskies player. Now Huskies from behind the Wildcats net. Now into the right corner. Nice job there by Wilson to tie up his man. Puck goes back to the point for the Huskies. Now played down low into the corner to the left of Heft. Link comes away with it. Link plays it off the boards out to center ice and now gives chase. Huskies with it. Huskies into the Wildcat zone. Shot goes wide, glove side. Nice stick there by Vizina, giving him a little whack. Shot through the crease again by the Huskies. Now played down low into the corner. Shot from distance goes off the skates of Vizina. Now he plays it up to Serene. Serene across. That just skipped over the stick of Charlie John. Wilson plays it off the boards. Wick chips deep. Serene after it. Rung around by the Huskies. Huskies into the Wildcat zone on the right side. Shot saved by Heft. Goes into the corner to his right. Wick plays it off the glass around. Serene after it. Serene off the glass and out to center ice. Nice clear by the Wildcats. John couldn't get there. Wildcats will be offside if they touch. They have to tag up. That puck off the stick of Wick. Serene dumps deep. Huskies try a stretch pass, stopped by Fredrickson. Huskies looking for a breakaway, and that's going to be icing on Eau Claire. 7:03 left in the second period. Wildcats up 4-2. Jackson Flanagan already with 3 goals tonight. We're not even halfway through this hockey game. Oh, we're just over halfway through. Face-off won by the Huskies. Played behind the net and around. Nice hold in there by Doherty. Down low, Rudolph. Stripped him of the puck. Rudolph shot. Save Ivy. Rebound goes right into the slot. Doherty couldn't settle that puck down. Doherty cycles down low. Nobody there for the Wildcats. Huskies played up the right side. And now another icing on Eau Claire. 6:40 to go. Wildcats up by 2. Flanagan with one of the sickest goals he's scored all year for the hat-trick goal. That was like a video game cheat code goal. Doherty taking this face-off. Doherty won it to Flanagan, but Flanagan checked off that puck. Hopeful. High off the glass into the Huskies zone, but Huskies take over. Bank pass intercepted by Rudolph. Rudolph across for Doherty, just out of his reach. Huskies cycled down low. Played up the boards, but nice read by Hopeful. Oh, couldn't get it. Huskies coming into the zone 4-on-2. Got by the checker, shot in, over the glove. Rebound shot saved by Heft. And the Huskies clear, but not out. Hopeful will be first to it, though. Hopeful down the left side. Hopeful into the zone, cuts to the middle. toe drags, then checked off that puck. Huskies get it out to center, but Fredrickson's right there, and Flanagan dumps deep. Flanagan off, Link on for the Wildcats. Huskies with the puck. Nice back check by Link. Good stick by Fredrickson. Doherty comes away with it. Doherty up to Vizina. Vizina's shot saved by Ivy. Puck goes into the corner to Ivy's right. And cleared all the way down by the Huskies, but this will be on net. No icing. Wilson up the boards, but that's out of play into the penalty box. 5:17 now left in the second period. Wildcats up 4-2. Vizina set to take this draw. Prochnow and Link out there with him. D-to-D pass by the Huskies. Shot goes wide, glove side. Rung around by the Wildcats, but held in by the Huskies. Played down low. Vizina checks his man. He's going off for a high hit. Head contact to Vizina. Wildcats will be shorthanded. Did he hit him up high? Yeah, he did. Did he hit him at about a half a mile per hour? Yep. Very soft call. That's a very black and white referee there, calling it by the letter of the law. Wildcats down a man for the next 2 minutes. 5:05 left in the second. Face off to the left of Heft. One back by Rudolph. What a face-off win for the captain of the Wildcats, and now flipped all the way down by the Wildcats. Those defensive zone face-off wins are so important. Rudolph is so good on that face-off. Huskies stretch pass. Tipped but controlled by Hopeful. Hopeful checked off that puck. Controlled by Rudolph down behind the net. That puck pops up in the air. Now battle for it in the corner to the right of Heft. Played back to Parker on the point. Parker across. And the Huskies play deep. Intercepted by Ekholm. Hopeful then rings it around. Hopeful able to clear. Nice job by White. I almost said his brother's name. By Nolan Hopeful. Not Wyatt. Stretch pass by the Huskies off target. And that's going to be icing. They're on the power play, and they ice the puck. 1:04 left on the penalty kill. It's going to be Prochnow on the draw for the Wildcats. He's out there with, I believe, Link. Yep, Fredrickson and Ekholm. Trying to kill out this second half of this power play. Face-off controlled by the Huskies. They have it behind their own net. Again, you can't see this on camera because it's all the way across the ice. Huskies looking for a breakaway pass. They've got two players on the far blue line when they have that puck behind their own net. Huskies D-to-D, now cross, almost picked off by Prochnow. Shot in, scores! What a shot by number 3, Micah Halverson of the Huskies. And that's a power play goal. Power play goal for Eau Claire North. They are now down 3-4. That one went upper corner, blocker side. Now 3:43 remains in this second period. Wildcats up a goal. They're going to be going with Wick, John, and Serene. Wick wins that to himself and dumps deep.
Huskies goal scored by number 3, Micah.
Cycled down low by the Huskies.
Assisted by number 7, Bennett People. Number 16, Caden Magnuson.
Penalty coming up to the Wildcats. This is going to be against Robinson. Wick ties up his man. Surprised they haven't blown it dead yet. Huskies collide. Wilson touches, and now the Huskies going on the power play again. Robinson going off. I don't know if this is going to be a trip or a hook or interference. One of the three. Interference is the call. Robinson off for 2. Wildcats going with Flanagan, Wilson, Hopeful, and Rudolph. Rudolph talking with the ref in the referee's circle. Now he's coming over to take the face-off. Some kind of delay. I don't know what's going on. Oh, referee now talking with Coach Tim Barris. All right, that's all over with. Face-off coming up to the right of Heft. And Rudolph comes in, wins it back. Hopeful. Clears out of the zone. Now here comes Flanagan, shorthanded. Flanagan in one-on-one. Flanagan shot over the net. Rudolph comes in to help. Rudolph tried to tie it up down low. Hopeful tries to pinch. It's banked off the boards. Now Hopeful with it. Hopeful got it down low. Huskies now. Parker. Parker from behind his net. Passed out the right side by the Huskies. Now stretch pass on target. Lazat down the left side. Hopeful. Hip check. Oh, what a hit. Hopeful absolutely crushes him. Puck in the corner to Heft's right. 2:30 left in the period. 1:16 left on the power play for the Huskies. Flanagan battling in the corner. Huskies come away with it. Parker from the point. Bobbles it. Wildcats get it out. Breakaway for Flanagan. Breakaway. Flanagan in. Flanagan shot saved by Ivy. Rebound picked up by Rudolph. Rudolph down low. Flanagan edges out his man. Takes 2 checks. Still has that puck pinned. Flanagan knocked down. Cross check. No call. Huskies come away with it. Flanagan, nice steal there at center ice. Backhands it into the corner and goes off for a line change. What a shift by the captain. Doherty and Link out there now for the Wildcats. Link swipes at that puck. Wilson dumped down, no call. Huskies with it. Sharp angled shot, saved by Heft. Oh, he didn't know where it was. And now cleared by the Wildcats. Parker with it. Stretch pass on the money. Huskies into the zone. Cross-ice pass intercepted by Doherty. Now Doherty back the other way, shorthanded. Wildcats full strength. Doherty puts that on net. Ivy ushers that to the corner. 5-on-5 hockey now. Huskies into the zone. Oh, tried to go through center, but got knocked down by Wilson. Nice defense there by 41 Blue. 1 minute left in the second period. Wildcats up a goal still. Huskies really with the momentum now. Shot through traffic, gets deflected wide, blocker side. Huskies with it. Centering pass gets deflected out of the zone. Good break there for the Wildcats. Prochnow able to hug the boards. And Huskies come away with it. Through the legs of Wilson, but a nice poke there by Hopeful. Knocks that away. That pass behind Doherty. Intercepted by John. John chips deep and gives chase. Rung around by the Huskies. They're looking for that breakaway again. Now dumped deep. Good back check by Ekholm. Fredrickson from the corner. 10 seconds left. Stretch pass for Serene. Serene tried to get it over to Rudolph. Rudolph with it. Rudolph in on net. Flanagan tipped it, saved by Ivy. And that'll do it for the second period. After 2, the Wildcats up 4-3. Flanagan, Jackson Flanagan with 3 goals. Charlie John with the other for the Wildcats.
After 2 periods of play, the score, River Falls 4, Huskies 3. For River Falls, Heft with 5 saves. Ivy with 9. for the Huskies.
Ivy with 9 saves that period, Heft with 5. All right, where are we here? There we go. All right, we're going to go over today's sponsors. Nutty Squirrel. Sweet treats, hometown pride. Nutty Squirrel proudly supports the Wildcats. GCE Tree Service. We usually got Joe Carden on the color commentary helping me out with these games. He's not here tonight, but he represents JCE Tree Service. For trees trimmed and Wildcat pride, call JCE Tree Service. They're strong roots in River Falls. Westwind Supper Club. Great meals, great community. Westwind Supper Club. A River Falls classic. MTL Anesthesia. Precision care and community. Committed to excellence on and off the ice. They proudly support your Wildcats. Prescott Chiropractic. Keeping River Falls aligned even when the refs miss pretty much everything. Feel your best every day with Prescott Chiropractic. McDonald's of River Falls, I'm loving it and cheering on the Wildcats. Proud to serve River Falls. McDonald's is behind Wildcats hockey. River City Stitch. Keeping River Falls stitched up tighter than a goalie's glove in overtime. Custom apparel done right. River City Stitch stands behind Wildcats hockey. Sternhouse Chevrolet. Drive with confidence. Sternhouse Chevrolet, your hometown Chevy dealer and Wildcat supporter. From the showroom to the rink, Sternhouse Chevrolet has your back. Go Wildcats. Waypoint Wealth Group, guiding your financial future. Waypoint Wealth Group, proud supporter Wildcats hockey for goals on the ice and in life. Waypoint Wealth Group is here for River Falls. Junior's Restaurant and Tap House. Fueling Wildcats fans all season long, Junior's Restaurant and Tap House. Grab a bite before or after the game at Junior's. St. Croix Lanes. Helping River Falls knock things down on purpose since, well, longer than our defense has been doing it. Strike up some fun at St. Croix Lanes, homegrown support of Wildcats hockey. All right, that'll do it for the sponsors tonight. We are going to take a little break here in between the second and third period. We'll be back with more Wildcats hockey coming up soon here at Hobbs Arena in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Quick mic check here. All right, audio's good for the third period here at Hobbs Arena. Wildcats up 4-3. There's a minute 45 left on the countdown for the third period. All right, looks like Wildcats going with Flanagan, Doherty, and Rudolph. Flanagan already with a hat trick tonight. Face-off won by the Huskies. Back to the point. Huskies from their own end. Stretch pass over the skates, and icing is the call. Face off to the right of goaltender Ivy. Rudolph on the draw. One back to Hopeful. Hopeful. Shot. Stick save Ivy. Puck goes into the corner. Fredrickson pinches. And Huskies take over. Stretch pass. Hopeful stops it right at the blue line and then plays it deep. Passed up ice by the Huskies. Into the zone. Heft steers that into the corner. Hopeful tried to chip up to himself. Huskies take over. Shot saved by Heft. Rung around the boards by the Huskies. Flanagan in. Fredrickson rings it around. Rudolph. Nice play off the boards by Hopeful. Hopeful down ice. He's got Flanagan and Doherty in the slot. Centering attempt off the stick of Ivy behind the net. Huskies into the Wildcats zone. Centering attempt right through the back door. Shot scores. Halverson gets a hat trick for the Huskies. And now it's hat trick versus hat trick. All right, it's 4-4 with 15:47 to go. Face-off controlled by the Huskies. Huskies up the ice. Shot in but wide. Robinson trying to dig that out. Goes back to the point. Pecor shot goes wide. Prochnow gives chase. Nice stick check there by Prochnow. Ties his man up and now gets it out of the zone. Great job by number 16 of the Wildcats. Prochnow up to Vizina. That's off his stick and deep. Played around by the Huskies, but intercepted by Prochnow. Robinson shot. Hits a body. Link in. Link down low. Centering pass. Oh, Vizina just fanned on that. Robinson swipes at it. Off the shin pads of the defender, and now here come the Huskies the other way. Around Robinson. In on goal. Shot saved by Heft, and he holds on. Good save by the Wildcats goaltender. Keeping this tied up at 4-4. Wick taking this draw for River Falls. Wick wins it back. Broden Flanagan after it. Kicks it to himself. Pokes it over to Serene. Serene plays it up and out of the zone. Takes a hard hit but made the play. Dumped in by the Huskies. Off of the pads of Heft. Now rung around by Broden Flanagan. Wildcats get it out. Nice play by Serene. Serene chips it ahead to himself. Serene in on the breakaway. Serene scores! Serene goes forehand to backhand and puts the Wildcats back up 5-4. What a deke by Serene. And what a strong play on the puck to keep it and get the breakaway. Wildcats up a goal. 14:20 remains. 5-4. Wick, Serene, and John staying out there for the Wildcats. John tied up. Huskies pitch it forward, but Wick is there to intercept. Wick circles. Tried to push that up to himself, ran out of real estate. Huskies into the offensive zone, stripped by Ekholm. Wick out to center ice, now into the offensive zone. Wick dumps it deep, that's off the glass. Played up the left side, Ekholm pinches, keeps it into the offensive zone. Ekholm tripped up on the play. Huskies able to clear to center ice. Nice job by Broden Flanagan to knock that away from Woolley. Now Wick. John got his stick tied up. Huskies come away with it. This is Halverson in. Halverson fans on that. Still has it. Huskies down low. Sharp angled shot saved by Heft. Pass back to the point. This is Pecor. Goes D to D. Shot by the Huskies. Tipped wide. Broden Flanagan with it. Chipped it up to Wick. Wick lobs it to center ice. Jackson Flanagan with it. Through the skates of the defender. Oh, just got tied up at the last second. Huskies in. Puck goes deep behind Hefsnap. Centering pass knocked away by Rudolph. Chipped us to the boards by Doherty. Now Doherty up to Flanagan. Flanagan lost his edge. Flanagan stick check there. Into the zone he goes. Doherty goes and picks up his stick. Outlet pass by the Huskies. Goes off a skate of Rudolph, and now Fredrickson up to Rudolph. Rudolph chips deep. Puck goes behind the net of Ivy. Stretch pass by the Huskies off of Fredrickson's stick. That's in on Heft. Heft ushers that behind his net. Hopeful tied up. Huskies play back. John pokes that ahead and out of the zone. Nice play by Charlie John there. Another pinch by Fredrickson gets that out to center ice. Huskies from their own end. Serene plays it deep. Hopeful intercepts. Chips deep. Ivy steers that to the corner. 12 minutes left in the third. Wildcats up 5-4. Big hit. Saved by Ivy. Huskies send this one off the glass. This will be icing on Eau Claire. Wick on the draw for the Wildcats, wins it back. Serene tries to get it back to the point. Robinson's shot goes through a body. Huskies play it up but not out. Wilson in, tipped. Oh, lucky save by Ivy. Rebound, goal! Wick gets on the board for the Wildcats, and they're up by 2 again. Ivy had no idea where that was, and Wick poked it home before he could get there and cover it up. Wildcats 6, Huskies 4. Wick wins that up. Huskies take over. Up the boards, controlled by Robinson. He goes D to Wilson. Wilson off the boards up to Serene. Serene couldn't get there. Wildcats have to take up their offside. Huskies up the right side. Played deep by Tillman. Robinson into the corner to the right of half. Plays it up the boards, but Huskies intercept. Shot through the slot. Banked off the boards by Lear. Lear played it up to Wick, but that's off his stick. Nice to see Lear getting some playing time. Wick down low, shrugs off a check, goes behind the net. Puck goes into the corner. Prochnow in to help. Prochnow shrugs off a check and controls that puck. Wow, what a strong move by 16 Blue. Prochnow plays that up to Link. Link in, over to Vizina, but his stick was tied up. Vizina sharp-angled shot off the stick of Ivy. Wilson pinches, but Huskies clear. Hod's in. Nice defense there by Robinson. Oh, tipped right in front, goes wide. Link rings it around for Prochnow. Prochnow chips out to center ice. Vizina trying to fish that puck out. Huskies ring it around the Wildcats zone. Wilson underskated that one. Puck goes deep into the Husky zone. Vizina gives chase. Huskies come away with it. 9:55 left in this hockey game. Shot in. That's off the skate of Hopeful. Controlled by the Huskies. Big hit there. Link knocks down, but he made the play. Wildcats able to clear. Pecor goes D to D. Link intercepts briefly. Another nice pinch by Hopeful. Vizina flicks that ahead. Hopeful with it. Spinorama. Hopeful from his knees gets it in on net. Ivy steers that aside. Now a penalty coming up, and it's going to the Huskies. Head contact. Wildcats going on the power play with 9:29 left in this hockey game. This has been an absolutely terrific, exciting hockey game so far. Hope you're enjoying it on the live stream. Jackson Flanagan with a hat trick. Other goal scorers for the Wildcats. Charlie John. Last one scored by Wick. Oh, sorry, Rudolph with it. Played back to Flanagan. Flanagan shot, saved by Ivy. Ooh, that goes off the side of the net. Hopeful fishes that out. Rudolph plays it deep for Vizina. Vizina centering. That's off a skate. Vizina and Hopeful in the corner trying to work that puck out. Pressed up against the boards by the Huskies defender. Vizina finally comes away with it. Centering pass intercepted and cleared by the Huskies. Minute 20 left on the power play for the Wildcats. Heft plays that behind for Jackson Flanagan. Flanagan, cross center ice. Tried to slip by the defender, does. Flanagan into the corner, centering pass off a skate. Rudolph controls at the blue line. He goes cross ice for Doherty. Doherty plays it down low. Vizina. Right out to Hopeful. Hopeful, backhand. Flanagan, shot, save Ivy. Rebound, saved Ivy. And it is stopped by the goaltender on the goal line. Wow, Wildcats come close there, but no dice. However, they still have 51 seconds to work with on the power play. Ivy talking to the referee about that last play. I don't think he liked not getting the quick whistle. They're telling him that puck was loose, buddy. We're not going to blow the puck or blow it dead until you have it covered. Or it's in the back of the net. Rudolph tried to steer that back to the point. Flanagan goes cross ice to Doherty. Back to Flanagan on the left. Flanagan gets by the defender. Flanagan in. Got taken down, and it's going to be a 5-on-3 power play for 36 seconds. Tripping is the call. Flanagan dumped on the play, and now the Wildcats with a 2-man advantage. .36 seconds of 5-on-3. 8:05 left in the game. Wildcats up 6-4. Rudolph wins it cleanly back to Flanagan. What a face-off win. Or is that? Yeah, that was Rudolph. Rudolph with it. Cross for Flanagan down low in the corner. Flanagan behind the net. Flanagan out front. On the backhand. Goes back to Rudolph. Rudolph over to Flanagan. Flanagan from the top. Shot into the shin pads. Doherty chips it forward, but cleared by the Huskies. Heft back to play this one. Rudolph back for it. 5 seconds left to 5-on-3. Rudolph drop pass for Doherty. Now it's 5-on-4. Doherty chips deep. Huskies on the puck right away, ring it around. Flanagan there to keep the zone. Right back into the corner, Rudolph. Back for Flanagan. Fans on that one. Ushered it into the zone. Wildcats had to tag up. Dumped all the way down. 1 minute left on the power play. Heft for Flanagan. Jackson Flanagan from his own end. Takes a look up ice. Now cuts to the left. Into the zone. Stops. Now reverses it to Rudolph. Rudolph back to Flanagan. Flanagan back to Rudolph. Rudolph out. Goes back door. Hopeful had that bounce off his stick. Hopeful circles with it. Lays off for Rudolph. Rudolph to Flanagan. Flanagan down low. One-timer by Doherty. Saved by Ivy. Goes behind the net. Vizina back to Doherty. Doherty. Back door for Hopeful. That bounces off the boards. Hopeful gets it to Flanagan. Flanagan cross ice for Doherty. Back to Flanagan. Flanagan over to Rudolph. Rudolph from the half wall. Back to Flanagan at the point. Back to Rudolph at the half wall. He steps out to center. Shot in, tipped, saved by Ivy. What a tip by Vizina. Better save by the Huskies goaltender. 5 seconds left on the man advantage for River Falls. River Falls going with Charlie John, Wick, and Serene. Carter Serene and Eric Wick. Wick pushes that puck forward. Huskies take control, but Robinson able to hold his own. Robinson shot tipped. Saved by Ivy. Nice tip by Serene. Wick from center ice. Checked off that puck. Serene goes back to Robinson. Cross ice for Wilson. Over to Serene. You love that tape-to-tape passing. Taken away by the Huskies. Off the boards and down. This will be icing on Eau Claire. You can always tell when the Wildcats are buzzing because their tape-to-tape passes are sharp and crisp. Wick taking this draw to the left to goaltender Ivy. Goes off the referee right to the defender of the Huskies. Rung around the boards. Not out. Oh, now it's out. Serene from center. Has it stolen away. This is Hotz down the right side. In on. Heff makes the save. Played deep by Eau Claire. Halverson with it. Checked off by Robinson. Huskies hold his own. Shot through traffic. Blockered away by Heft. Centering shot. Saved by Heft. What a save. One-timer from the slot. Heft squeezes the pads and makes the save. And not only does he make the save, he holds on. No rebound. Shuts the door on the Huskies. Keeps the game at 6-4 for the Wildcats. Prochnow pushed that puck forward. Controlled by the Huskies. Shot through traffic. Deflects wide. Hopeful, cross ice, finds Lear. Penalty coming to the Wildcats. Interference is the call. I don't know who that's going to. Link off for interference. That's a soft call. Logan Link getting a big goal last home game against Rice Lake on senior night, scoring the first of 2 River Falls goals in their 2-1 win over Rice Lake. Huskies power play, 5 minutes exactly on the board left in this game. Nice face-off win by Rudolph. Ekholm tries to clear, but held in by the Huskies. Nice stick check there by Flanagan. Flanagan able to clear the zone. Man, is he having a good game for the Wildcats. Huskies. Played up the right side. This is Halverson. Halverson into the zone. Cuts in on net. Wraparound. Now plays it back to the point. Pecor. Back to Halverson. One-timer. Goes wide, glove side. Pecor pinches. Taken away and goes behind the Wildcats net. Ekholm pushes it around the boards. Flanagan can't clear. Centering attempt there, knocked away by Hopeful. Played down deep by the Huskies. Ekholm fires it off the boards, but not out. Huskies keep the zone. Heft covers that one up. We'll have a face-off in the Wildcats' end. Exactly 4 minutes left in the hockey game. And exactly 1 minute left on the power play for Eau Claire. Wildcats going with Prochnow and Doherty. On the point are Wilson and Fredrickson. Face-off won by the Huskies. Played across. Hotz. Shot through traffic. Hits the backside of a Huskies player. Doherty comes away with it. Doherty shoots it into the Huskies zone. Played by Ivy to his defender. Stretch pass off the skates of the Husky player. And now played deep. Heft opts to cover that one up. And now 33 seconds left on the penalty kill for the Wildcats. Rudolph on the draw. Wins that cleanly back. God, I'm amazed at how good he is on the faceoffs. Huskies shot goes wide, blocker side. Huskies keep the zone. Go across Parker with it. Parker's shot blocked by a combination of Flanagan and Rudolph. Held in by the Huskies. Rudolph, nice body on the puck there. Rudolph able to fish that out. Parker can't hold the zone. Man, Rudolph and Jackson Flanagan, such strong games. Rudolph tried to push that up. Rudolph in. Rudolph with it. Rudolph shot, save. Rebound, saved by Ivy, and he covers up. Oh, punching after the play. Wildcats should be on the power play after that. Rudolph did nothing in retaliation. They better not call that coincidental. Rudolph just stood there as the player punched him in the face twice. And it looks like the Wildcats will be on the power play again. Horrible penalty taken by number 15, Easton Parker of the Huskies. They're calling Rudolph. Rudolph didn't do anything there. If I could swear on this, I would. Both players called for roughing. Apparently it's roughing when you get punched in the face twice. Rudolph should have made it worth his while and at least did something I can't say on this game call. If you're going to get the penalty, you might as well make it worth it. Timeout taken by the Huskies. 2:52 left in the third. Wildcats up 6-4. All right, sorry, folks. Had to set the mic down, vent a little bit. Oh, my gosh. We have kids chasing each other behind the cameras, spitting on each other. That is gross. Not River Falls kids, in case you're wondering at home. That was disgusting. It's the JV hockey squad of the Huskies chasing each other and 4 times spat on each other. That's a very interesting game that I never want to play. All right, back to the hockey game. Timeout is over. Wildcats going with Doherty, Jackson Flanagan, Covey Prochnow, and Nolan Hopeful, and Broden Flanagan. Both Flanagan brothers out there. Tell you, my best year was not my senior year, but it was my favorite year because I got to play with my little brother. Face off, pushed ahead by Doherty, controlled by the Huskies. They ring it around. Hotz with it. Hot sidesteps Broden Flanagan. He's in. 2-0. Pass across, broken up by Jackson Flanagan. Man, is he having just an absolute wonderful game for River Falls. And it's not just the offensive zone. He back checks and leads this team very well on all ends of the ice. Centering attempt there by the Huskies, intercepted by Doherty. Doherty's clearing attempt, though, intercepted by Halverson. Net is empty for the Huskies. It's 6-on-5. Hopeful trying to fish it out. Hopeful can't clear. It's gloved down by the Huskies. Pecor shot through traffic. Deflects off Broden Flanagan and behind. Heavy pressure by the Huskies. Glove save by Heft, and he holds on. 2:04 left in this hockey game. Wildcats up by 2. Good save by the sophomore goaltender, Reese Heft. Wick wins that draw over. Fredrickson clears all the way down, but this is going to be icing on the Wildcats. Minute 58 now left. Now it's Fredrickson with Hopeful. On the forward unit is Wick, Serene, and John. Face-off taken by Wick. Won by the Huskies. Shot in. Saved by Heft. The puck goes behind his net. Centering pass right through the slot. Pecor with it. Pecor. Heavy traffic in front of the Wildcats goaltender. Halverson from the half wall. Plays it back to the point. Now gets it back. Wick intercepts. Wick plays it high out of the zone. This is going to be another icing on the Wildcats. Minute 36 left in the game. That should not have been an icing call. That's what Coach Tim Barris just told the referee. The defender of the Huskies went up to try to catch that. It bounced off his finger and went all the way down. Coach Tim Barris, my fault. Coach Tim Barris was absolutely right in addressing that with the referee. Wick, huge faceoff win. Fredrickson tries to pound that around the boards. Huskies fan on that shot. Hopeful clears all the way down, and this will be icing on the Wildcats. A minute 24 now left in the third period. Wildcats up by 2. If you are watching on the live stream, thank you. I hope you enjoy these broadcasts. It's a pleasure to do them. This is my first year calling games for River Falls, and it has been an absolute treat. Hope you enjoyed at home. Wick on the draw. Another nice face-off win by Wick. Controlled, though, by the Huskies down low. They cycle. Fredrickson first to it. Nice spin there by Fredrickson. He pins it up against the boards, eating away precious seconds. A minute 10 left in the game. Beautiful job by Fredrickson. Wick rings it around and gets it out. Not enough for icing either. Oh, that is icing. They do call the icing, and now 58 seconds remains. Beautiful job by Fredrickson. Eating about 25 seconds or so of time by pinning that up against the boards. Thank you guys for the kind words on the chat. Face off, goes into the slot, shot saved by Heft with the left pad. What a save. Puck iced all the way down, off the post. Oh, man. Flanagan almost scored from the goal line. Flanagan picks that one up. Doherty has to tag up. Flanagan circles, scores! That's the 4th of the game for Flanagan. Wildcats up 7-4. What a hockey game for the captain of the Wildcats. Him and Rudolph both. Wow. 4th goal of the game for Jackson Flanagan. Huge win for the Wildcats. And what a way to go into the playoffs with a huge, huge team win over the Huskies. Vizina gets that up to Link. Now Prochnow swipes at it, gets it deep into the zone. Link intercepts. Ivy's back in his net. Shot from Ekholm. Goes off a body. Link got handcuffed, couldn't get a shot. Prochnow also handcuffed. Prochnow shovels at it, saved by Ivy. Now Huskies take it away. 17 seconds left in this hockey game. Puck goes into the corner to the right of Heft. Wilson back for it. Wilson ushers it around. Prochnow and Link, and that'll do it. Link plays up to Vizina. Vizina tries to sidestep his man, taken away. And now Wilson. And that'll do it, folks. Final score, River Falls Wildcats 7. Eau Claire North Huskies 4. Wildcats big winners tonight at Hobbs Arena in Eau Claire. They win their last game of the regular season, and they're going full steam ahead into the playoffs. They look sharp. And another thing, too, I don't know what happened with Thomas, but it's nice to see Heft get the win. So Wildcats step up when it matters for Heft and get 7 goals for him to work with. big win on the night. Jackson Flanagan with 4 goals tonight for River Falls. All right, folks, that'll do it for tonight's broadcast. I got to get home, make sure the kids are okay. We had to put down our dog today. Bad day at home for us. Anyways, got to get home, make sure the kids are all right. And thanks for listening. Thanks for watching the broadcast. Hope you enjoyed it. Wildcats big winners on the night, 7-4. We'll see you in the playoffs next week, Thursday night. I can't remember what team they're playing. It's a small school from what the players have told me, but it will be Thursday night at home in River Falls. We'll see you Thursday night. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good one.